What's up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers third party review. And today, the figure we're going to be reviewing is the DX9 Chigurh. Chigurh. However, however, his name is supposed to be pronounced. It's, we should just call him something. He kind of turns into like a train and like a thing that goes, to the stars, to the. We should call him Astro Train. I think we'll call him Astro Train. I think that's a pretty cool name for him. So yeah, so this is Astro Train. He is meant to be a masterpiece scale uh, Astro Train. I don't know that he's necessarily masterpiece aesthetic, but I don't know. He's pretty cool. I like him. But he's a pretty decent figure. Been out for a while now by this time. I'm not sure who still has him or whatnot. I mean, eBay probably, of course. I picked this one up from a fellow collector. But yeah, pretty good aesthetic to him. Lots of good surface detail and whatnot. Some things about him are a little bit weird. He's got some hollowness here. I think that these wheels being arranged like that are a bit weird, but due to the arrangement of, like, his feet and his ankles, there's really no other way it could go. The first few times I actually transformed it like this, but then I was like, man, he's got no ankle tilt. And then I realized I was doing it wrong, and I was like, oh yeah, he's got hella ankle tilt. So, I mean, the figure did come with instructions. I didn't use them because I'm a jerk. But anyhow, accessories. The only accessory that he comes with that's not integrated into this, he does have another accessory, but it's actually in right now, is this gun here. And the gun looks good, and it pegs in using a Masterpiece style peg. One of the things I don't really like about it is that the slot is actually on the fingers. It's not in the palm. And so when you plug it in, and it is a little bit finicky to plug in, when you plug it in, his hand doesn't curl up any more than that. So it looks like he's just like holding this with just like his fingertips. So, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into his posability. So his head is on a ball joint for a fair amount of focus. Let me raise up my camera a bit. On this, I mean, I've got an adjustable tripod. I might as well adjust it. I'm operating in a slightly. My desk is shorter than normal, so I don't have as much arm length. So I'm getting used to it though. So his head wiggles a bit. It's on the ball joint. Looks up that far. Looks down that far. He's got a transformation joint which allows it to look down more. You can actually use that transformation joint to make him look up more. This actually looks way better than doing that to make him look down. This actually works out pretty well if you want him like flying like Superman. So his arm goes all the way around. In fact, it would go all the way around if it wasn't for the wings, but whatever. The wings are supposed to be there. His arm isn't necessarily. Arm goes all the way out for full tree pose. He's got an upper bicep swivel, technically. So he's got a swivel here. He actually has a swivel down here. And then this part in here kind of acts like a double joint on that elbow for a pretty good bend. He has a wrist swivel. Wrist goes in and out. This is mostly for transformation, but it also does a lot while it's in his robot mode. Thumb is on a ball joint. Index finger's got two joints. Can put it out for a little bit of a crooked finger, and then all three of his other fingers are one piece and molded just like that. So yeah, he's got kung fu grip hands, but like not really much else on that. He does have a waist swivel, nicely ratcheted. One thing I don't really like is that his whole like, so he's got this section here which looks fine, and then he's got this section here that covers it, and that also works out fine. And like if you move his leg up, you can kind of move that around, and it deals with it. But like if you're rotating his waist, like it just takes it with it, and then it just like looks weird. You can just like fold this up, like that's not even a bad look right there. But you end up covering up some of these nice little paint apps in here, purple and red. Nice little pop of yellow on this chest. That's nice. Anyhow, let's raise this up and put his leg that far forward, that far back, and his leg goes out for the full Van Damme. He's got a swivel up here at the thigh. He's got a swivel down here at just below the knee. His knee rotates 90 degrees. He does have a rotation at the ankle, a tilt at the ankle, and some toe up and down at the ankle. So all in all, he's a pretty poseable guy. His legs are his hips are a little bit loose, making it just a little like when you pose him, he tends to like either kind of move forward or move back as he just feels like it. But all in all, it's not bad. It's okay. I like him actually. And so let's get him transformed up because he is a triple changer. I do have a coin here. Heads, he turns into a train. Tails, he turns into a shuttle. And that's a Tails. So Tails, I said he turns into a shuttle. Here we go. So to get him transformed up into a shuttle, first thing you want to do is pop that out. He's got this is his other accessory. Actually, let's not get to that just yet. Let's open up his chest. Move his robo titties out of the way. That one's actually pegged in there pretty good. Okay, it's pegged in there really good. There we go. Get his robo titties out of the way. Pull his head down. If you kind of pull on these parts here, you can get that. And this is the other accessory part. It fills in this gap in robot mode. It serves a purpose in train mode, and it serves a purpose in shuttle mode. So it serves a purpose in all three modes. It's a very multifunctional piece of kibble. Wow, I just gouged myself in the knuckle with something. But it's not bleeding, so we're all good. Alright, we're going to take these wings. We're going to yank on them till they disconnect. They're clipped in here. I'll show you those clips in just a moment. There we go. That's one. And that's two. Yeah, these two clips here actually hold it really securely. So that clip's there. We're doing shuttle mode, right? So we're gonna flip this part out. Oh, we're gonna rotate this into it first. Flip this part out. Take his head, rotate it around, oops, like that, just so it folds in there fairly well. You want to take his foot here and start transforming it into its shuttle mode. Basically, It's already basically it's already there, except that this little thing is on the back instead of the front of his foot. So you have to disconnect this, bring this out. And then this thing is on a little joint that flips out, and then you close that back up. Like so. And then this plugs down and in. And this kind of hangs out right in there. And we're going to do the same with the other leg. So bring that out, flip this around, bring that back in. This piece likes to come untabbed. It's designed to do that, but we're not going to let it do it yet. This comes around, tabs back in, flip this around. So we're going to bring this down to kind of hook up with these. And let's start working on his arms. So basically what we want to do is we want to line up all of these sections in here. You've got all this like detail and whatnot that's coming together. You're also going to want to take these, bring them out. So this is kind of the thing. So you have to have his arm bent to get this piece to go around, because of course it won't go if it's straight. So you have to bend that to bring it around, and then straighten it back up. And then you have to take and grab just this elbow chunk here and rotate that 180 degrees. And that's actually a pretty important thing. And then this all connects in. You're going to rotate his hand around, and that goes in like so. And his thumb actually does stay out for this piece of the transformation here. I believe it's this piece. I've had him in a box for like a month. I've been dealing with a whole bunch of stuff over on my end, so yeah. Because these things won't tab together until these wheels go in. But when those wheels go out, that's actually where his thumb goes. And so you have to have his thumb put up like that so that they don't clash. And then you can get these parts clipped together pretty dang well. Kind of just do that all along the side, and then do the same for the other arm. And I'm gonna do it probably a bit faster because y'all know what's going on at this point. So bend that elbow, flip this out, put that back in, rotate just the elbow 180 degrees. Flip the wrist, close the fist, elevate the thumb. So this wrist, when it comes in here, you'll see it's on this little I mean, it's not just a hinge, but there's also like a little slider here. So you need to wiggle that around on the slider to get it to go where it's supposed to go. But once it gets there, it does it pretty well. So no worries about anything on that regard. Flip this chest panel in there and flip that half of it in there. Oh, and I missed a part on the other side. This is one of the finicky parts of this transformation. You got to kind of wiggle your finger in to get underneath this to pull that little booster part out. And then you have to keep it out only partly as you come around. And now that I'm all the way around, then I can take and rotate this into place, all so that that booster stays out. I have to undo the other half to get that booster out. And that half. Otherwise, he's going to have unequal boost, and he'll just like veer around in circles when he's in the astro part of his name. There we go. Pull it out. Pull it around. Yank this mofo out. Maybe it helps if I bring that out a little bit. Nope, not really. Maybe it helps if I... Nope, not really. Maybe it... brute force! When in doubt, use brute force. Bring that around. Plug it in. Plug that in. Plug these in together. Plug his face in between his legs. It's a contortionist trick I'm sure some people wish they had. It's a contortionist trick I'm sure some people actually have. And then these little boosters are going to come out. You're going to rotate this around and then flip it like that. And then that'll allow this to close up. Bring this out, rotate that around, close this up. And last but not least, certainly not least, let me just make sure that all the stuff. There's a series of pegs in here that are not well understood and not well seen, but you can feel when you got them right. I know that one of the key points is these little tabs right here. The wheels have to go into this section in the elbow. That's why you have to rotate the elbow around. There's a little tab that comes in out here. I think that's the main tabs that really gets this going together. Then this is just going to come in. These tabs again, now they're going to plug into these slots underneath that spot there. Plug it in. These will fit into little tabs in there. Little tabs in there. And there it is in its shuttle mode. And you know, when I saw this on like pictures and whatnot, I'm just like, man, that's kind of dumb looking. But when I got it in hand and transformed it into a shuttle, I was just kind of blown away. It is actually like stupidly cute. Like it has no right to be this freaking adorable. Real quick. He's got landing gear here and here. This spot here, you want to take this gun, flip that up, flip this in, close that, close this, and then you can extend that. That's his landing gear, which is cool. This little big old slot right here plugs into both of these tabs there. And there he is. And he's got landing gear and he lands. He doesn't really roll terribly well, but whatevs. You can take, you can take this spot here. You can pull that out, plug that into this right here. And now that actually works as like a flight stand. So it's super legitimate. It's super legitimate. I like it. I like it. It's fun. It's cute. I dig it. It's a cool transformation. Little ball joints on his little thrusters. It's cool. I mean, it's not the best shuttle mode I've seen, especially since I just reviewed that Mastermind Creation Skylinks. It's got some hollowness on the bottom, but it's fun. It's cute and it's so swooshable. Just. And anyhow, let's get him transformed up into his train mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to just take and undo that. You've got to pop this open, pull this out, rotate that 180 degrees, and plug this into there, fold that up. Same with the other side. Pull it, flip it, rotate it, close that. Basically, as I'm sure you can imagine, turning him into his train mode basically involves turning the whole thing inside out. So you're going to pop these off, pull them out just enough that you can get the shuttle parts to go back in. Like that. This is going to unpeg, rotate, flip this around. I'm not going to worry about this quite yet. Unpeg these from here. Open up these parts here. You're going to have to take his legs and basically rotate the thighs. And then that allows you to access the knee joint to extend these out this way. And then you're going to slide these together. And then what you got to do here is you're going to take this whole thing and you're going to rotate this around to the other side. You're going to fold this guy in here like that. And then this just kind of parks in here. You do the same for the other leg. Rotate that thigh. Bend the knee. Extend out those legs. Flip this guy around like that. Flip this one in. Flip that in. This will kind of rotate around like so. Close that up. You do want to take and basically rotate this whole section at the waist. Now we can start bringing things into their final positions. So these are going to come around. You're going to close them up like this. Tab these up all along that body. This will get you your little kind of cylindrical section of the locomotive. Oh wait, his thumbs have to go back in. In this mode, having his thumbs out will mess you up. He does have these little panels down here. Those need to come out. Then you need to fold down his thighs right here in the middle. And these go together like this, and so you got to make sure everything's all ready to go once you get to that step. And then these are going to kind of peg together into each other, and then you've got a couple pegs here on the sides. His head is going to come around the other way, so it's still hidden up. You're going to take these, you're going to fold that up, fold that up, fold that up, fold that up. This is going to come down, and basically this tab is going to go into that slot right there. And then this guy is going to just go right over the back. this way. Yeah, it's just gonna clip in. There's little clippy tabs. You can see them right in there, and they're just gonna clip into this next section here, like so. Then you can take his gun, and you can just plug this in right here. And there's your vehicle mode storage. And there he is in his train mode. And honestly, I think that his train mode looks better than his robot mode. He does have advertised die cast. That's going to be these 4 train wheels right here. And yeah, it's not bad at all. It's actually pretty cool. Looks an awful lot like a locomotive train of some sort. I like it. It's fun. I definitely recommend this, especially if you pick it up for a good price. I got this for a pretty decent price, but I got it from a fellow collector, and he was selling it to me because he wasn't using it so much, and I was just super interested, because I love triple changers, so I definitely recommend it. It's a cool figure. Cool transformation. The alt modes look great. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're all the best looking alt modes on the market, but they look good. I enjoy them a lot. Anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody, be good to each other and have a great day. See ya. Bye.